I actually played overseas for 2 years basketball. In Spain. So that was like, for the longest, that was my other goal, was to, play some sort of professional basketball.
People will love you, but they won't always understand like
exactly
what you doing.
They don't get it. Don't believe everybody that hit you up on Instagram about some promotion or some feature or something like that. There's a lot of scammers out there.
We call ourselves CiiiTY, but we global. And everybody that has a voice is allowed to be vocal.
Changing the Youth, the hottest podcast in the city, hosted by myself, Jerry Novato, Kelsey Means, The Lux Vlog, Frankadelic, I Work Magic Daily, Shayna Zania, Palm Beach Connects. We got in the building, CiiiTY. What's going on?
What's going on?
How you
man?
feeling?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. We be seeing you work, man. You just got off a performance, right? Or is it? No, it's August 7th.
Yeah.
So you got a performance underway. Hopefully this dropped before then.
Yeah.
You in Miami with it?
Yeah,
okay, you gonna be turning up. What's that about? You hosting that?
Nah, so basically it's like an artist showcase. I had an artist reach out, the vendor reach out to me and say they needed some performance. So I said, yeah, I'll definitely be ready to rock out. So
that's what's up. CiiiTY, where you from, man?
So I'm originally from West Palm Beach, born and raised here.
Okay.
Been here all my life. Never, I guess I left for college, but that was about it. But yeah, I was born and raised here. My whole life, family grew up around here. My dad's from Pompano, and my mom's, well, she's actually from DC, but they've been here for a while. So
cool. So you Palm Beach.
I'm Palm Beach to the death. Man.
All right, man. Okay, so you here. So what do you like about Palm Beach? Why have you kind of kept on like staying here and building here? Like, do you see potential in Palm Beach?
You know what? It's crazy, man. For the longest, I really didn't even want to stay here.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to move away, do my own thing. I went to school in Massachusetts, so for a while I wanted to live in Boston. But then when I started doing the music, shout out to Stizzy Rax. I was recording here, and that's my guy. So. Yeah. He was like a big influence on me to really stay here and like build my music career here. Okay. So that's how I really decided to kind of stay here. And a lot of people say a lot, Palm Beach don't show love and stuff, but I think it's starting to change a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out Stizzy Rax. That's pretty awesome, man. He knows there's a lot of artists that work with Stizzy Rax that come through here, and what I love about him is the fact that it's not just about the music. A lot of the artists that come through here, you see a difference in mindset and the mindset that the artists have. Oh, yeah. And I know he talks more than just about music. He talks about life and all his experiences. He's a guy that went through a few things in life himself. So definitely a good connect to have, man.
Definitely.
Okay, so did you so you went to school, you did college in Massachusetts, and you wanted to be in Boston?
Yeah.
So you just like the cold? What's up with like?
So
I ain't never met a Floridian that love the cold as much.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm a December baby, so the cold don't really bother me that much. But basically, I did sports management when I went to school. Like I played ball up there too, but I went to school for sports management, and my whole plan was to go up there, work for the Celtics, kind of build my way up there, and build a life in Boston. But things happen, situations change, and I had a different route to go. So
that's a big goal right there, though. That would be pretty tight.
Oh yeah, I'm a planner, man. So I had a lot of goals when I was younger. I mean, I probably attribute that to my parents too, because they always told me, make sure you know what you want to do, have like a 5-year plan. Yeah. And I always been goal oriented, so that's been a big part of my life. Okay, so how did you take it when your goal actually changed? So your goal changed from that to the music. It actually, there was another part about it too. So I actually played overseas for 2 years basketball. In Spain. So that was like, for the longest, that was my other goal, was to play some sort of professional basketball. Yeah. And when I accomplished that one, that's when I really. We had like a lot of downtime and stuff. When you play overseas, you got like practicing. You got like 3 practices a day, but they're all spaced out. Okay. So when you're not practicing or training, you kind of just chilling. So that's when I really started like writing music, listening to beats, getting more into the music side of things. And like even when I was growing up, I always was around music.
Yeah.
Like I played instruments. My mom was in the choir. So I've been around music my whole life, but I never wanted to like really pursue it until I got overseas and I started to see like, okay, I could write a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I used to just be like, oh, you know, I can't really rap or whatever. But I started writing. I'm like, okay, you know, I could actually put some words together and stuff like that. So that's when I kind of was like, all right, you know, I'm gonna give it a chance, but I still wasn't really ready to like dive into it per se. Like I was writing for like 3 years before anybody even knew.
Before you put it out, were you like, were you nervous too, or were you just not confident in it yet?
Yeah, it was a combination of me being nervous, not confident, just kind of like second guessing myself the whole time. And I'll never forget like the first time when I was like, all right, I'm really gonna do this. I was on a trip with my mans over here, King Underrated, and he was like,
he a baller too. He look like a baller, man.
Yeah, man.
You bringing NBA players in here?
Yeah, man.
Come on, man.
A little bit too. So,
all right.
But yeah, we was in the car, and he do music too. So he kind of was like, oh yeah, man. Like I got this song. You want to get on it just for fun?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. But in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm about to snap on this, like, so I could show this man I could really rap.
Yeah.
And so we wrote a little song. I rapped it for him. He was like, man, like, what you doing, bro? He was like, you supposed to have been in the studio with this. Like, why you ain't taking this more seriously? And I was like, bro, I think I can. So then we kind of just linked with Stizzy, and it just took off from there. Really. Okay. So.
All right. Well, let's double back a little bit. So you overseas? Where'd you play at overseas?
I played in Valencia, Spain, and then Cartagena, Spain.
Nice.
So one is at like the south, and then one's a little bit north, like closer to Barcelona.
Okay. So you got to move around. What was the experience like with basketball overseas? Did you see a difference with the overseas guys and the state guys?
It's totally different. A lot of guys wonder like, why can't I play overseas or why haven't I played overseas? But the games are just, they're totally different.
More fast paced, harder, or what?
Overseas, it's more like college basketball, so it's like running sets. It's more team ball. You know what I'm saying? Like these, and it's way more physical.
Right.
In America, like specifically the NBA, it's more like one-on-one isolation basketball. Yeah. So a lot of those guys, they'll come over to like for an overseas tryout or something, and they'll come and they'll, dribble the air out the ball, throwing up all these crazy shots, and they like, why I ain't get picked up? What happened? But that's not what the coach is always looking for. They look for like very specific attributes out of players. Like, is he gonna be a team player? Can he do something? Like me personally, I was a shooter, so every team always looking for a shooter. So
you were a shooting guard?
Yes, sir. So every team always looking for a shooter. So that's
what's
how
the corner? What's
man? Hey,
what's 2-5?
You can ask them boys, man. I'm fine on the court too.
Okay,
so, yes, sir.
All right. What were you putting up over there? You was putting up numbers?
Yeah, man. First season, I think I averaged like 22, 23 points per game.
Okay.
Second season, I probably averaged like 20, 21. So I did pretty good. Honestly, another reason that I really started doing music too was because I didn't get back overseas.
Right.
So I had like a situation over there which forced me to kind of come home early. And that was another thing that was kind of like, okay, maybe I am supposed to do this music thing, take it more seriously. So that definitely played a part as well.
All right. You weren't pulling a Bob. What's that Bob brother name? That's out here stealing stuff
Jello?
No, you ain't Jello.
No, man, I'm way too responsible for that.
All right.
Man. So.
All right, cool, man. That's what's up. We actually got a baller in here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, shout out.
Ballers in here. Let's not
two ballers in here. Yeah. How tall are you? Like 6'5"?
I'm about 6'3".
Oh, 6'3".
Yeah, so I'm tall.
6'3".
I'm sure that bad. I'm not going that range. So.
Yeah, man. I'm a shorty, man. I played ball a little bit myself. I played point guard though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you play in high school? Or no?
Yeah, I played high school.
That's what's up.
I played 3 years in high school.
Okay.
And then I stopped.
Yeah.
That's
what's up, man.
Too many big, tall people around. It ain't for me, man. They got point guards. Your height, man.
Yeah, man.
They got point guards. He's height.
Exactly.
No, they don't need me in there. All right. So you came back to the States and straight back to Florida? You didn't make any pit stops?
Yeah, so when I came back, I came straight back to Florida. I started training again, trying to find like another opportunity to play overseas, but it wasn't really happening. So I just went and got a job. Was working for a little bit in like a sales company. Okay. Wasn't really feeling it. Was kind of taken away from the music as well, and that's like, man, one of the hardest things I've been trying to figure out, like I'm still trying to figure out, is like how to balance like work and music and like really just, you know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of things got to get cut out. Yeah. And I think a lot of people don't realize how many sacrifices you got to make, and how many people are going to be cut out your life once you start taking this seriously. Yeah. So that's been like a little thing I've been dealing with as well. Yeah. But
that's the hard part with success. Being anything you're doing is those sacrifices, especially the ones that have to do with like people, like, you know, because people will love you, but they won't always understand like
exactly
what you're doing.
They don't get it a lot
that's
of the times.
That's the big thing right there. You have to trade a lot of time for your passion too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I knew I kind of knew that because I knew what it took to get overseas and train to be a basketball player. So I really just put that same work ethic into the music. So I kind of knew already, you know, it was going to take a lot of work and what type of work to put in, just because I had that work that I put into sports. So that was like also a big thing for me.
Yeah, that's a big plus. How did the sport management part of it transition into like music management or business in general when it comes to music?
I was going to say that was also a big, because I got a sports management degree, but it's really a business degree. Right. So I took like all business classes in college, and like especially like I took some marketing classes and stuff like that. So I'm just glad I really kind of paid attention to that stuff as much as I did. And like I'm seeing like different ways I can use the stuff I learned in college towards this, and it's just been great for me. It's been a big help as well. Yeah, for sure. So definitely, man, definitely the marketing, I say as much as and then like the promotion as well. All of that is that's business. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's the music business part of it, and that's like what I really been focused on heavy this year, starting in 2021, because I was like, you know, I got some tapes out, I got some EPs, but I need to really promote them and do the business side. So I've been studying here and there, different artists, stuff like that, seeing how they promote and what they do. Yeah. And just trying to pick people's brains and stuff.
Yeah, it's still a learning process as you go,
Definitely.
Okay. What were some of like the hardest lessons you had to learn along the way, especially when it comes with music? I know you kind of like recently really started doing this like really seriously, even though you've been doing the music thing. What were some of the most important lessons that you had to kind of learn?
Man, one of the biggest ones was don't believe everybody that hit you up on Instagram about some promotion or some feature or something like that. There's a lot of scammers out there. So that's one thing that I had to learn early on, was like, okay, so, you know, even though these guys are hitting me up like, hey, you know, you this, you that, they probably hitting up a million other dudes the same way, just trying to get some money. So just trying to figure out who's like real and genuine. That was a big lesson I learned. Definitely also just being confident in your music and being confident in your sound, like as far as like the recording process goes. Because I remember when I first started like recording, especially, I was like, I had a way different sound. I was kind of like quiet. I wasn't really like projecting as much. And I got to shout out to Stizzy for that too, because he was like a big help with me in that too. Just really being confident in my sound and sitting me down and just letting me know like, hey bro, you really got something, but you got to like show it. You know what I'm saying? And not be like, you know, reserved about it. He's like, you don't got to be cocky, but you got to be confident in your music and show people like what you can do. So that was another big lesson I really learned too.
We call ourselves CiiiTY, but we global. And everybody that has a voice is allowed to be vocal.